Hi, from Lynn Wright of Glazerbeck Dolls and More. Today I've come up with a way of using some trash. Your clips from your bread bags, these pull tabs from your milk, soy milk, orange juice, these plastic pull tabs, caps from water bottles, soda bottles, drink bottles. Thinking, what can we do with these little pieces of plastic? These are the pieces that usually are recycle bin. They don't want you to throw these things in there. So they do eventually end up in the landfill, most likely. I did find a lady who was making lockets with these, but I haven't found any other crafts using these plastic pull tabs. And I've seen people make charm bracelets and such, cord organizing tools, but hopefully this is a little bit more unique and more fun. Steampunk is not my normal style. I've worked many years in a Victorian type style, so it's not horribly far from it, but it's a little outside my comfort zone, so please bear with me. But I think those of you who do steampunk might be able to utilize some of these ideas in your projects. First thing I do is I cut off this ring from the pull tab. Then, if you want, you can sand it lightly. And if you don't like the numbers that are on these, I tend to like the numbers on them. You can leave them on, or you can also file those off. I like the numbers on these, so I leave them on. I use my Crop-A-Dile to poke holes in these projects. And what I came up with, the first project, is this steampunk tag. I don't know if you can be able to see this really well, but all the components on this are paper or plastic waste, except for the chain. What I've done here is, this is a plastic pull tab. I punched a hole in it. I colored it with my Tim Holtz Silver Mixatives alcohol ink and let it dry, which is maybe 10-15 minutes, depends. Set that aside. I did the same to this bread tab. I punched 3 holes in it to make it look kind of industrial, and I painted that also with my Silver Mixatives alcohol ink. You could spray paint them with silver spray paint. I don't see any reason why not. This small round piece here is a piece off a little medicine squeeze cap. It's the lip. I just cut that off with a pair of shears, and I also colored that. Then I went over the plastic pieces with just some regular black acrylic paint. After I did the black acrylic paint, I went over the tag part with a little bit of copper also to give it more of a dimensional effect, but I did not do that on the silver pieces. Now, how I made the tag is I cut a piece of cereal box. Once again, Shelly from Crafting Mamas, she inspires me to use trash. I took the tag and I covered it with just white tacky glue and paper towel. Now, paper towel is 2-ply usually, and what I did was I split it open and you end up with 2 sides usually. One has more of an embossed design on it than the other side, but it doesn't really seem to matter which part you use. You want to use it the middle side up. This rough side which is very much like a screen, is what you wrap around this. You just kind of wrinkle it up and glue it all over the tag, front and back. I pre-punched the hole first, then after it dried, I re-punched the hole. So then you end up with this. Very nicely textured, ready to be transformed. So I take that, then I painted it black with the acrylic paint. Then I just took my alcohol inks, highlighted silver all over it, highlighted some copper. Took my pieces, laid them on here with their punched out holes. I also colored these brads. I used brads. I have some brads somewhere that actually look like screw heads, but I couldn't find them. And these were actually a bright blue color. Once again, I just took my alcohol inks, I colored them silver, and I put a little bit of black acrylic on them. This tag I'm actually make differently, but I just wanted to show you what I did. Adhered the pull tab, you know, without the on there, and the other piece. And I just used, you know, Aleene's tacky glue, and I used some wire behind this brad to hang a piece of chain. The chain that I'm using is just this cheap chain by the yard that you can get at Michael's or any other craft store. This one actually is from Bead Landing. It's from Michael's. And I just grunged it up with a little bit of acrylic paint, and you get this pretty decent looking steampunk look. It looks grungy, it looks metallic, and I don't think you really realize it's a bread tab with all the holes and stuff punched in it and the rivets. Another idea, which I haven't quite finished yet, that I was coming up with that I kind of wanted to share with you. The reason why this tag is smaller, I took some of that Bead Landing chain, and you know, you put it on a piece of plastic or wax paper that you can peel it off of, and I just glued it into a circle shape. And when it dried, I peeled it off and put a little bit of black paint on it, and I thought that would be kind of a cool steampunky look to glue on the end of this tag. And I made this lock out of the top of my water bottle. Punched a hole in it, cut a little bit of a strip. The handle is a piece of twine. I just punched a couple more little holes. The back actually is just another bottle cap. And I used my alcohol ink to do it silver. Put a little bit of the black on it. And I'm not sure yet. I think I'm going to adhere it to the tag like this. And probably have some hanging chain, maybe a few other elements, maybe some clock pieces or something. But this just gives you an idea of what you can use to get those metal embellishments without, you know, if you don't have metal. All these plastic trash, just look at it. You know, all these caps can become locks, they can become gears. There are so many things you can do. I mean, this one looks got this raised edge on it. I think this is from like soy milk, and it's got a raised lip here. I mean, I could see doing this up in silver, doing the black on it, maybe a little bit of copper, and then in the circle part here, maybe putting a picture of a clock that you print off the internet or cut out of a catalog. Possibilities are endless with trash. Anyway, thank you for letting me share my ideas. I hope you have fun making these. If you have any questions, I kind of assume that you've been crafting for a while, and I'm just trying to give you ideas. These tutorials are not super involved or you know, with every single step. If you have questions, please feel free to, you know, ask the question in the comments below, and I will try to get back with you. Thank you so much.